Two moms, two marketers, two women new to the financial industry. They have a lot of questions. That's why they're bringing in financial experts to educate all of us here on A Penny or Two for Your Thoughts.
Hey, welcome to another episode of A Penny or Two for Your Thoughts. And we're talking about dental appliances today. Welcome to the podcast. I think we're just jumping in. I hope we got all that because that was a real good beginning.
Do you remember fruit stripe gum? The zebra?
Yes. I think that was on the near end of my childhood. But yes, I remember it.
No, it couldn't have been.
Yeah, I disagree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Totally.
How come I don't hear you in here?
Let's talk about it.
I don't hear you in my head.
You don't hear me?
Well, I can hear you, but like normally you're we're all blaring in our heads.
It's real soft today.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay.
We're going. This is real. This is live.
This is real life.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh my God, it is.
We were just talking about we didn't know what to banter about.
But we had something the other day. We were in your office.
Oh, it's good. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Since the day we've started this podcast, we have wanted to have a sponsor.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Ladies, so we may or may not have told everybody in the world that we love ranch dressing and queso. It's just a thing, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this one over here finds out that Hidden Valley, who we've wanted to be our sponsor, they don't know this yet, but they will.
Yep. We're going to tag them in this.
Yeah. They're having a contest to find influencers, like
ranch ambassadors.
Like to put ranch on anything and try it. We will try anything.
The kicker is you travel overseas into Europe and become a ranch ambassador because they don't use ranch like we use ranch. And so you're trying to get them to...
They don't use ranch like we use ranch. What does that mean?
Like we use it for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, would you go into... Like, can you imagine going into an Italian restaurant in Italy and asking for a side of ranch? They'd probably look at you and...
We literally have said we'd take shots of ranch.
Yeah, I would.
I would too.
I would swim in it with my mouth open.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we're just setting this up. We don't know what this looks like for us. I mean, Centris has been a good gig for us, but if we've got to go and be ranch ambassadors, there's a calling, right? We're just setting you guys up for if you guys want to take over this podcast eventually.
gosh.
Okay. So
yes. So this is your audition.
Yeah. We're interviewing those
hosts just in case Hidden Valley is like these two gals could take this and run with it. Mm-hmm. And then we're world travelers.
You would be the face of ranch.
We could be
all over the world.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see it now.
We have to talk about building your career capital so you can do this.
Oh, I love this.
Like we got to start planning now for
so
this.
Good.
Right.
I want to give a shout out. We went to breakfast before this, guys. May not have been the best choice in the whole world for us, but it's going to be fine. Okay. We went to breakfast with our design team, Block 59, Deanne, JC, Carrie. I just want to give them a shout out because they are like the best partners. When you can find, they've got a design team and they support us every single day at Centris. But when you can find people like that are just part of your team, they just don't sit with you. We're going to talk about career capital, and it's about surrounding yourself with good people too in your career. So I'm just going to give them a shout out. We haven't ever,
we haven't really shouted them out, have we?
They're good peeps, and that's like good segue into this amazing topic that we're going to have. That we have some very passionate ladies here to talk about today, and learn more about career capital because I did not know what this was until you guys brought this up. So
I know I didn't either until I sat with one of our guests today and she started talking to me about it and I was like, oh my gosh, you have to do a TED Talk. I skipped past everything and then jumped off the high dive.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's all right. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, ranch ambassadors.
I know.
We just gotta, you gotta just jump into it.
Exactly. Let's jump in.
Let's just jump in.
All right.
Like we said, we've got two amazing guests with us today in the studio. our first guest. She's a repeat offender, and we love that she wanted to come back on today. We don't have any intro music, and I feel like I'm doing her a disservice because we always give her a hard time that we don't have intro music when we walk into her meetings. But we really probably should have, because she's like the Centris DJ, like knows how to play that music. She gets you pumped up, fired up for the day. She's been with Centris almost 19 years. She started as a teller. She has a passion to serve members and her fellow teammates, and then she just never stopped reaching. So she became one of the youngest branch managers. And then today, she is our Senior Learning and Development Specialist and a career coach at Centris. Welcome back to the show, DJ Brittany Welch.
Oh my God.
Crowd
That
goes
was
wild. That's where we
best intro.
insert the...
Yeah.
I got you. And cats and boots. Cats and boots and cats and boots.
We got it. We got a beatboxer.
We do.
We do.
Replacements. We've got
Okay.
replacements for this.
We do. We're done.
Watch
We're
out,
retiring.
Hidden Valley. We're coming for you.
Hidden Valley. You've met your new ranch
Yeah.
ambassadors. Okay, our next guest, if you haven't figured this out, she's an all-star. She's one of our vault tellers at our headquarters branch. She joined Centris 4 years ago, and she has a background in working for other banks and credit unions. So she's just not fresh off the streets, folks. She's been doing this for a hot minute. She's a major contributor to our operational improvements at Centris, and she helps facilitate training for new tellers on specific tools that they use every day. Please welcome to the pod, Alma Corrales.
Woohoo!
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
First time. You ready
It's
for
my
this?
first offense.
Oh,
Her first offense. Yep.
So happy
She's
you're
not
here.
a repeat offender, but she will be.
Yes, for
Yep.
sure.
When you're a host, then it's just
Yeah. It just comes. And,
It just comes naturally.
Yeah. I can't believe you've been here 4 years already.
I know.
Holy cow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Dude, the years just fly.
They do.
I don't know. I've never been at a job longer than 2 years prior to here. So, and it's been already 4. So
wow.
that should tell you a little bit.
Congrats.
That's
Congrats.
awesome.
Well, we want to hear all the things today that you ladies have to tell us.
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of mentioned the words career capital, and we've probably all heard the same career advice, probably since we were kids. Follow your passion, and that's where the money will be, or the money will follow. The money will come. And it sounds so poetic when it's said to you, but for most of us, it's actually just a recipe for frustration, and quite honestly, can lead to that burnout. So in this episode, what we want to talk about is something that's a lot more powerful, and it's a lot more honest. And it's a way to look at your professional life, and it's called career capital. And Brittany, you and I have had several conversations over the last year just about career capital. Fun side note here. So Brittany is a career coach at Centris, and I sat down with her, a while ago just to kind of figure out really what I wanted to be doing, what my path looked like at Centris. And she kind of opened my eyes to this concept of career capital. So let's dive in, Brittany. Let's dive in with you, because this was an idea you brought to me. And then I tried to give it any justice I could to Chantel, and clearly I did not do justice. So let's talk about it.
We're going to revisit that, because it was great. It was absolutely game changing for us. I think so.
Absolutely. Yeah. How do you define career capital, and why do you think it matters to employees today?
Oh, that's a great question. I think the best way to think of this, just this episode in general, is a financial wellness checkup, but for your career. Career capital is everything that you've accumulated that makes you valuable. Think of it like your skills, your experiences, your reputation, your relationships. Think of it like a savings account. Every new skill you learn, every stretch assignment you take on, and every hard conversation you navigate, those are all deposits. And over time, that balance compounds. And it really is very similar to financial capital. from that banking perspective. Career capital actually works the same way. So when the opportunity shows up, you want to already have funds in your account. You can't withdraw what you never deposited. And so the idea really shifts you from this passive mindset. It's instead of, I hope something good will happen, you move to that and just active investor mindset. What am I putting in today that my future self will be grateful for?
That's great. What a
So
great
good.
way to connect that with the financial world. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So talk us through what those skills look like. Where does this all kind of start? Where's the beginning of this? Is there a beginning? Is there an end? Or what does it look like?
Yeah, it could start right now. So it doesn't have to be, so career deposits, think of it that way. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It's rarely a single big event. It's the small, consistent actions that stack up. It's like putting $25 into a savings every paycheck instead of waiting for a windfall. Ideas and examples would be learn something new, take a course, a certification, watch a mentor in action, raise your hand for a project outside your comfort zone, build relationships with someone outside of your department, right?
You guys just gave each other a look there. There's something happening, and do you want to dig into that?
Yes. How do we know each other?
Oh my God. So, so I remember like last year, I was in my one-on-one talking to my manager about how I just kind of am ready for a new challenge, and I really like to teach and stuff. So, and I think I had an idea about where we could do like a part 2 teller training. And then Brittany Welch reached out to me and was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing I forgot what it was called, but it was like a part 2 of teller training. And I would like to meet with you to discuss topics. And I'm like, yes, I can do that. And I was just more excited to like hang out with Brittany. Y'all know she's great.
Yes.
But yeah, I came to the meeting prepared. I had a little notebook full of ideas, and I had like a page full of topics that we can go over. And then we kind of just started talking after that, and just seeing what else I can help with, with L&D and stuff.
Very good. Just jumped right in.
Yeah.
I love when you were like, your eyes just lit up when you said, I wanted to do more. And so it's starting with kind of feeling that inside, like that spark, right?
Yeah.
Like something is urging me or nudging me to go the next step. That's great. I love it.
I think it really does start with curiosity. And I think that's probably the tiniest deposit that I made early on in my career. Every time I moved into a new role, I asked questions instead of pretending to know. I just asked a whole lot of questions. And then I think that kind of built credibility and relationships over time. So Alma's leader asking questions, learning more about her, and then providing some connection or insight. And then that led her to something else, another opportunity. So
Yeah.
I think the start is just being curious.
Kudos to that manager too for recognizing that.
Absolutely.
Because I think that takes a lot to just say, you know what, there is something more here, and maybe you don't even know it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I want to go back to your comment at the beginning. You had started like, I want to figure out what we want to do. Like, what do I want to do different? And I think Liz had, she's gonna hate every minute that's gonna happen here. Buckle up. It's kind of like, what do we want to do? What direction, and it's that realization that what you're doing is what you're doing, but how do you yourself take it to the next level and make it your own?
Yes.
And I think that was so inspiring to me to see that kind of joy in her being brought out, because it was like, how do I take handle of my own career?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Right. Some people will notice some of the jobs you're doing or the task or whatever, but you have to do it just like you did, Alma, and say, I think I want more. Yes. You both were, I want more, and you went to Welcher, and You went to a DJ.
The land of
come on now.
opportunities here.
Right. I love it.
I think even before that, though, you have to like sit with yourself
Yeah.
and think, what do I want?
Yeah.
You know, what are my priorities right now? What can change? And what do I want?
Yeah.
What do I need to stay the same?
Right.
And like in a year from now, where do I want to be? What do I want my
Yeah.
daily things, my daily to look like?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I did even before I even talked to my manager about it. That was kind of her advice to like, okay, what do you want?
Sit
going
with it.
forward. And yeah, she was great. She gave me a good amount of time and like a good list of questions to ask myself and realistic goals, which are really hard to do, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably where I would say the beginning is sitting there, and because you can look at different opportunities and it's not necessarily what you may want, because there's a lot out there to do like different positions and stuff, but if it's not really what you want to do, you kind of have to set your own path. And it's like that comes with really knowing what you want to do and knowing I'm grateful for that, but I'm looking more towards this way. So
Yep.
That is.
yeah.
I love that. I love what you said right
Yes.
there. You have to create your own path. So something I think you and I talked a lot about is you and I are used to coming from industries or backgrounds where that path was kind of shown.
Yeah.
You were shown a path.
Yes.
And when we both came to Centris, it's like, okay, we have our seat every day, right? And we're doing our job and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we can take on all those different tasks and all those different projects. But at the end of the day, there's not that clear path.
Yeah.
Right. And
especially with small teams.
right.
Too.
Small teams. And it's not drawn out for you. And that's okay, because Centris is the place where you can think about what you want your path to look like, and they will adapt and adjust with you.
For sure.
And they'll help you, and they may guide you a little bit, because maybe that path isn't something that they can accommodate, but they kind of coach you and guide you on how to make that happen in your career there.
Yeah.
That's what I love about that. And I think that's why we have people that stay there for as long as they
Absolutely.
do, because we can help them. They can sit down, figure out what path they want to take. We help make sure they have what they need to walk it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That career
agree.
capital.
I agree.
Yeah.
Kind of going along with that.
Yeah.
What skills or capabilities do you guys think are valuable assets or becoming maybe valuable across the organization, at Centris, but then also like even outside of our organization? I know, Alma, you've come from other places. We've come from other places. Brittany's, basically was born at Centris. So, but you've talked to people that come in. You had a role in recruiting for a while, so you got to talk to people. So what does that look like? What are those skills and capabilities that you think are becoming more and more valuable?
Yeah. I like to call it a certificate of development. Did you like that?
Listeners, she just winked. She just winked. I hope that got on the video.
I was waiting for her to be like, or a cod, if you will.
The skills that lock in value over time, no matter where your career takes you. I would say the first one would be adaptability. The world is changing fast. People who flex are worth their weight in gold. Robin always says that. I would say communication, not just talking, but actually translating complex ideas for any audience. Relationship intelligence, reading a room, building trust, managing down and up. I think that's a big skill. Problem solving curiosity, not just flagging issues, but showing up with, here's what I tried, here's what worked, here's what didn't. What else could we do? What could we do next? And then, of course, in our industry, financial literacy is a big piece too. So an example, as a teller, you see it all. The member who just lost a job, the couple buying their first home, the small business owner counting on you to get that transaction right. The ability to show up fully for every single one of them. That's a skill that follows you everywhere you go. And we have teller positions open.
Another wink.
Another wink.
Yeah, you keep doing that, but you're gonna think something else is wrong. So you got to use it sparingly, okay?
She doesn't have a twitch.
Thank
She's
you.
really just
Yeah.
looking at you.
All right, I'm just giving you a little heads up.
Love it.
All right, of those opportunities that you just listed, there's several good ones that I would love to dive into. But which are the ones that are often overlooked, like not as important? You don't think they're as important, or you're just not sure really where to start.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, I think like one of the ones that are kind of most valuable right now are people skills. Just like being able to hold a conversation with strangers. You know, you grow up being told don't talk to strangers, and then you grow up and it's like, oh, all you have to do is talk to strangers now. And you know, it's kind of nerve-wracking too. But I remember when I first started being a teller, it was just having the confidence, I guess, just knowing that I know what I'm doing and doing things right every time. And just that helped, I think, open up the door for me to be able to hold conversations with members or with anyone really, and just be like okay with just coming up to somebody and talking to them. Like I know we did the emotional intelligence training. I think I was with you in that one too. And I just kind of started talking to people in that room. I didn't know anyone. I was still a new teller, but I know there was tenured employees there, and I just started talking to people. And it just I feel like that skill is, you know, kind of rare nowadays. Like I know when I go to Starbucks here and there, I get the Gen Z stare, the hurry up and give me your order. Instead of, you know, the good morning, how are you? The small talks. I feel like those are like getting lost. In our modern,
because we're in our phones. We don't have to look anybody in the eye anymore. We were just talking about this walking in. We never look up anymore. It's like we're always looking down because we're always on our phone. You know, and so we've lost this.
I'm looking down because I don't want to trip. Because I'm a klutz. That's why I look down.
Got you.
I just got to make sure the cement gnomes aren't coming up and grabbing my feet.
Okay, good. She does not look at her phone, but some do. But that is a thing, right? We're just so if I don't look at you, I don't have to have a conversation with you, and it's sad because when you do look at someone and you smile at them now, it's just kind of, it gives you this endorphin. You're alive. Yes, you are alive. You're nice. It's true. Yes. Interaction.
The great thing that she said there too is the people skills and connection piece. I think it's also, if you're uncomfortable with something, we talk about like leaning into it. So if I'm not comfortable picking up the phone, why not, right? And evaluating that is because I don't do it very often. Then it's like, I'm going to be more intentional to pick up the phone now and really challenge myself. There are so many opportunities that are in plain sight, and they're free and we overlook it. And it's taking the action. Like, what am I scared of? All right, I'm going to do it. And just signing up for it. Public speaking is terrifying, and I'm in front of a classroom now, right? It's absolutely terrifying. And Centris offered a Toastmasters. There was like this Toastmasters event, and I thought, that's terrifying. Sign me up, like immediately. And the craziest thing about it, I was the first person I got called. I got called to present. And it was, I mean, my anxiety was through the roof. I was terrified. And I thought, you signed up for this, instant regret. Maybe you need to run to the restroom, right? Like, how do I get out of this? And then I did it. And once I survived that, I just remember walking back to my seat, and it wasn't perfect. I went overtime. They didn't clarify timing at first, but
that's on them.
I know, right? And I just thought I did it.
Yeah.
And it was scary, but I did it.
I can do hard things.
And there was a sense of, okay, what's next? Like, that was scary. I think I can continue. And the coolest part, I moved into training after that experience. So, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Think of that. Like, you just made a very big deposit into that career capital by doing something that scared you.
Yes.
And I think that's something that people just, they don't do. They don't step into that scary place because of the fear factor, the anxiety that comes with it. And they're often so scared to just go out there and do it when really at the end of the day, like you said, you probably sat down and you were like, the feeling, the endorphins, you were like, I survived. That was okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. You said it wasn't perfect, but that was a learning. Like, you learned from that. All those little deposits that you just made in however many minutes you were up there, that's huge.
Yes.
It's huge.
Very good. I love it.
You did that.
Yep. Yeah, and it was on them for the time thing. I'm with Alma. Yep. So I love that we're kind of taking this back to that financial spin. So that career capital is our currency. We're making deposits in it all the time. I'm going to kind of go a little bit a different way. Yeah. What are ways people maybe overspend that career capital before they've actually earned it?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Overspending career capital is absolutely real. It's often well-intentioned, though. It happens when you try to make a big withdrawal before you've made enough deposits. So examples, asking for the promotion before actually demonstrating the skills at that current level would be a big one. Burning bridges when you maybe leave a role, or over-promising and under-delivering would be a big one, I would say. Each instance can chip away at that credibility account. Job hopping too fast, leaving before the investment matures, kind of getting scared and thinking, gosh, I don't think I like this. I'm already starting to look elsewhere. And it's like, wait a minute, what part don't you like? Could we, maybe that's something we need to lean into and really explore, because the things that you're going to take away from that experience can still translate to a new experience. So I think also letting entitlement replace effort. So just assuming alone because of tenure that you're ready for advancement. So I like to think of it like maxing out a credit card. In the short term, it feels like you've got something. But in the long term, you're paying interest on this reputation that you haven't earned yet.
Wow.
That's poetic.
Every time she's on here, like
Do you go into a trance?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
And I'm thinking like I'm supposed to ask the next question. I have no idea. So I'm like, just keep talking.
I know.
I don't even care. Just say the words and it'll come. It'll be fine.
They don't want to hear us.
No.
They want to hear you too.
No.
True.
Oh, so good. I want to revisit what you were saying just a moment ago about confidence.
Yes.
And I was just visualizing you getting up and being afraid to public speak, which is just crazy to me. So the fact now that you have gained this confidence that is now what you have, a trait for you forever that you'll be able to share with others. So how do you actually commit to, just embracing, that the scariness, or knowing that this is for me. I'm ready to, and Alma, you were the same. You had the confidence to write it down in your notebook and actually come to someone. How do you cultivate that, or how do you even take the first step to accepting that you want that change?
Yeah.
Ooh, like it was more of I see potential. Like I see a problem and I just want to fix it, and I've fixed it and I fixed it and I fixed it and I've fixed all these things, and I'm very proud. Like, oh my God, look what I did! I fixed all these things, and my manager would be like, "Oh, you go, Glen Coco." And now I'm like, okay, what else can I fix? And then it's like, oh, there's not a lot of like teller turnover like there was at other branches, and so I'm like, I don't have anyone else to train, and it's like, what do I do now? So
what's next?
It was just more of, okay, I think I need something else. And it was just, I just took on little things, like the check hold. I took over for another one of our vault tellers, and I just like every day I just check our check hold reports, and I follow up with tellers if a check hold is done incorrectly, and that was always fun to do too. And then we would go back and forth like, oh yeah, I did that wrong. I'm like, I know you know better, girl. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So it was just fun just following up with everyone.
Yeah.
And then I just realized, okay, I want to do more now. Okay, I took that on. I did well on that. Now what else can I do? And it's just, okay, can you make procedures for treasury check holds? And I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. And so and I'm like, I've never done anything like that, but give me 2 days and I'll figure it out. And it was that attitude that I can figure it out, even if I don't know right now. And I just took time, I researched, and I'm like, okay. And I did it, and I presented it, somebody presented it for me because I was still scared of the public speaking. So, and then it's like, okay, now I did that piece. Now what else can I take on? And it was like, okay, now, help Brittany Welch with this. And I was like, okay, yeah, we can do this. And so it was just like taking on little projects here and there, and then realizing, wow, I can do that. Like,
you were advocating for yourself.
Yeah. I didn't realize it even at the time. It was, and it was because I notated everything, like in your one-on-ones. You just put notes and everything you've accomplished that month and stuff. And it was through that I realized, oh, I actually do a lot every month. Huh.
Yeah.
Right. And so then my manager was like, how, do you want to do anything else? Like, there's I can talk to L&D to see about other opportunities? And I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
Awesome.
What else can I do? I don't know. There's much else I can do. But it was like, even with the self-advocating, there's still a little bit of doubt and a little bit of insecurity. Yeah. And then you just randomly, you're just up there doing the thing, and it's like, oh, I did that. Oh, cool. And I don't know how to explain it. It's just a crazy feeling that you're just like, wow, I can do more than I even think that I can do. So, and then next thing you know, you're just doing it.
Yeah. Like you being on this podcast.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
You walked in and you noticeably you shared, like, I'm nervous for this. Yeah. I feel like you have been on this forever. But again, I think that comes back to everything that you've been leading up to. It continues to create that confidence and well done. I mean, honestly, it's well done. Well done for bringing that to her attention as well.
Yes.
Brittany.
It's a community piece.
Absolutely.
I think knowing she asked the right questions, like what else can I do? And then sitting down to have an actual conversation about what actually fills your bucket, what drains you, and then where do we have opportunities to get better, even just as an organization? Like where are your passions? Like what do you like teaching? And then I identified a training. We love having subject matter experts come into the training sessions, a different perspective, a different voice. And so immediately I was like, you've got to come train. And
and I'm like, oh no, I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, I can help you like train, but I don't know if I can.
But you did, didn't you?
Yeah. And then she's like, nope, you're going to do this. You're going to do. I'm like, oh my God. And she kind of was like, pushed me. And I'm so grateful for that, because even from that, I took on more opportunities in my branch, and I presented like our branch meeting activity for like 2 months in a row. This is the third month of the year, so we'll see about this month. But even I wouldn't have done that even if I wasn't pushed to do this other training that we're doing. So it's just even the smallest push, can open your own eyes.
Yes,
and we need that too. Like it can't career capital can't just be like us on our own, right? Because we will set our own boundaries. We will push it. We will keep ourselves. We are our own worst enemy. That is fact.
Absolutely.
And so there's a couple things I love in what you've said today. Your manager. So that the fact that your manager saw the potential there, and she was like, hey, you're wanting more, and you can do more. I know you can do more. And so she's giving you the nudge, and that's a kudos to the manager.
Yeah, shout out to you.
we have some pretty amazing managers, bosses at Centris.
Absolutely.
She's going to hate this too, but that's the same thing with Chantel. Like I would go into our one-on-ones and conversations with her and have those conversations. Same thing. Like, I want more. I can do more. I know I can do more. I want more. I want to be challenged. I want to be pushed. And she was like, here, go do this.
Okay,
or
listeners, what like she just did was like look like I just pushed her off a cliff.
Yeah. Well, that's what I saw.
She felt that.
Here we go. Not quite the cliff. Maybe the 4th floor balcony off of our break room. But no, but like we need that little, maybe it's even just a hand on the back. And it's not even nudging us, but it's that hand on the back, knowing that they're there. They're going to support us. They got our back.
Yeah.
And if we make a mistake or we fail or we fall, they're going to be right there to help us figure out what we learned from that so that we can attack it better the next time.
Absolutely.
So that's, huge kudos. We have some amazing managers at Centris that do that.
Yes.
So your manager, Haley Mendocino, you're getting a shout out, girl.
Yeah.
She's awesome. And she does that I've noticed that just her as a manager overall. She does that with her staff, and I love that. And then you're there to help back her up, and you're nudging. Now you're the nudger, you're the pusher, maybe on the tellers too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So that trickles down.
Yeah,
it really
absolutely.
does. I'm a huge believer. Management always sets the tone in their branch, in their whatever they're doing. Management always sets the tone for everyone else. And if it speaks to like her level, like 2 of her employees in 1 year are now branch managers. So that should say something.
Absolutely.
She's helped them put
in 1 year.
Yeah.
Put all of that into their career capital, and now look where they are.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think something that's really a key takeaway for this is that confidence shows up after the deposit, not before. And truly, every time you learn something new and survive it, every time you stumble, have this difficult conversation, even as a leader, and you come out on the other side, even as a leader, if you're like, I don't know how to help my employee, or I don't know how to give them opportunities, leaning on that community for that additional support and guidance, I think is so important. And I think as your account balance goes up, your anxiety almost goes down in many ways.
Oh, yeah.
And it almost becomes easier to say yes to the next opportunity, like a podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think that's where
TED Talk next.
Yes, TED Talk is next. It is. You know, I think as I'm working really hard on this, and with the help of a lot of great people in the learning and development area and the HR area, when people give you a compliment, thank you.
Yes.
I've learned this from you, because it's almost like, oh, I don't look good. This doesn't sound good. I didn't do this right, but thank you. Yeah. Because someone saw something in you and they actually said it, and that's where you need to receive it so that it builds your confidence. Yes. Not like, oh no.
I agree.
It's hard.
It is.
So hard.
It really is.
Yeah. All right.
Let's say somebody feels like they've hit that plateau in the growth of their career capital. What are some things they can do to maybe make those like little micro deposits into it so they can feel like they're moving again?
Yes. That can feel tough. A plateau, though, isn't a dead end. It's a signal that you've been making that same deposit over and over. So now it's time to diversify. We got to do something different. And it doesn't have to be something over the top. It's the idea of like even micro deposits. You don't need to go back to school tomorrow, anything like that. So
I don't think that makes
it. Right. It's the small moves, then another, and then another. So examples would be read one industry article a week and share that with your team. Offer to mentor someone. I think teaching others really deepens your own mastery. And that's exactly what she's doing today. Reach out to one person outside of your department for a 20-minute coffee chat, just to get to know them. Like how many people are brave enough just to, hey, I don't know that we've really had the time to connect. I'm going to schedule us just a quick coffee chat. What's your favorite coffee?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And then schedule it. So sign up for one thing you've never done, a committee, a presentation, a new project, or even ask your manager, what's one thing I could do differently that would make a bigger impact? So
I love it. Little things are the big things, right?
It really is.
I think Centris is very generous with our professional advancement, like the BAI courses that Centris offers. I've taken pretty much all of them, everything that she teaches. I take. And I like especially that emotional intelligence one. I think that one has stuck with me even outside of work, just because it like taught me to think, not like put myself in the members' position, as well as like putting myself in other people's position. Like if I wanted to be a manager, this is what the manager does every day. Like, you know, or like if I wanted to be this person, what do they do every day? Like putting yourself in their shoes and seeing how they navigate their daily expectations and things. So just putting yourself, like really thinking about if you could do that, if you would be happy in that position, and just like, okay, once you've decided that's what I want to do, just talking to them, even just saying hi or just getting to know them.
Right.
Maybe not a whole date like with coffee.
I'm not okay with the coffee part.
Maybe just like a good morning, and like I feel like even just a good morning comes. It can go a long way.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Yeah.
For sure. You have to think of your organization like a university.
Oh yeah.
That you're already enrolled in. It's just the question is, you know, how you're showing. Are you showing up to class, and how you're showing up to class?
Yeah. So for those people that are interviewing too out there listening, that's what you should be looking for when you're interviewing.
Absolutely.
Ask those questions to make sure that you're getting into an organization, and you never know what you're going to get. The answer back will be, but the feeling that you know that you're going to have a place to grow.
Yes.
And, have opportunities for that, I think is, you're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you. So I think that's incredibly important. So,
and what are those opportunities? Like, what do you ask? Like, what do they offer? And at Centris, some of the big examples or ideas would be just shadowing. Even for shadowing another department for 1 hour is wildly educational, just to give perspective. Even how does your department handle projects? Do you debrief afterwards and have conversations? What went well, what didn't? And what are we going to do next time?
Yeah.
I think those types of conversations are really important at an organization. Asking, does the organization have an internal training catalog? Most people aren't willing to even just explore or open that up. And that is something we have at Centris that is incredibly valuable. So if you are interested in just exploring, maybe do a little bit of research and jump into that catalog. Do they offer a quick training course to give me perspective before I actually step into that shadowing? And then what does feedback look like? I think that's a really big one.
Yeah.
And something that we continue to work to get better. I think a lot of employees run from that. The ones who seek that out will sprint ahead.
Another great quote there. Might want to note that one too.
Yeah. Writing it down.
That's a really good one. A really good one. Okay, so we're going to ask you 2 more questions. Okay, the first one. What parts of your career capital are you most proud of? And what parts would you wish you would have invested in sooner?
Well, I think the most proud was like the recent training we did for our coconut new tellers. And it's the consistent every 4 weeks. So that's a little bit, the first month was rough because I didn't know what I was doing. And I can't even say she held my hand. She was like, nope, you got it. You got it. So the fact that I did that, it opened so many other doors for me. And then it made me realize, okay, this is not so bad.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing for somebody that's like not used to being in that space, and I feel like I'm still new. I feel like I'm still a new employee. Like it's only been a few years for me.
Yeah.
And I have so much more to learn. And now it's more, I'm excited to come into work, and it's not like a chore, because you can kind of get into your routine. It can get a little bit, just repetitive. And, for mental health wise, even I'm just like, okay, guys, at work, this happened and this happened. And I got a good survey. Like I just talk to everyone. Everyone knows I work at Centris. Everyone knows I love Centris. And like, I can't be more excited to come to work every day. So,
my goodness.
Yeah. So thanks, Brittany.
What's something that you wish you would have invested in sooner, Alma?
The public speaking. I think I've turned down many on purpose. I was more of a background. I did the research, I did the project. Okay, here you go, you present it. So that piece, I feel like I should have been more, okay, I did this, I should own it, and I should present it, and I should talk about it, because nobody knows it like you do if you created it, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, I very purposefully stayed away from the spotlight for such a long time. I think it was like 2 years straight that I was like, no thanks, I can't do that. And I don't know what, this woman speaks some wise words.
She does. There's something with her voice. Yeah. It's very trancy. And all of a sudden you're like, yes, I will do
all
that.
of the things. All of it.
And then you walk away and the trance kind of goes away and you're like,
oh my God, what did I just sign up for?
What am I doing?
Like training a class now?
Yeah. Training a class.
Yes. So yeah, I think definitely what she said like really spoke to me, and I really received it. And I think in that moment too, I was prepared to receive it, and that I saw time and time again how I let those opportunities go. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't let Brittany down. I can't let myself down. And I can do this. Let's just do it. And I kind of just powered through. And that's probably the thing I wish I started more deposits sooner, is just public speaking, even if it's for a short 2 minutes to introduce somebody.
Yeah. Right.
That's already like really scary. And it just comes from, I used to have a stutter. So it comes and goes every now and then. So yeah,
Very
it's just scary.
Yeah.
It's just scary.
Of course it
And
is.
Yeah.
Now here we are. Look at us.
Yeah, right. Look at you.
I think one of the coolest things is she wasn't afraid to show her bank statement, if you will, for her career capital with me. And we went through that together and saw these opportunities, but she advocated for herself. So we had those questions, you know, are you willing to do this? Would this be something you're interested in? And with that nudge, I mean, her saying yes to those opportunities. But advocacy is a very important piece. Are you talking to someone about what your goals are? And maybe talking to more than one person, maybe not just your direct leader, but someone else to say, I've got ideas, or I like what I do, but I'm not 100% satisfied, and I want something more. And that doesn't mean you want to, you want another title. It doesn't mean you want to become a manager, but you want more fulfillment. And that's a beautiful conversation that can lead to more opportunities, open doors, or even finding out, absolutely not. I did that training class and I never want to do that again.
Yes, right.
Don't sign me up for that.
Right.
And that's a beautiful conversation too. That's
Right.
really important.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because you're learning something about yourself in that moment.
Yes, absolutely. But it's like having a banker review your statements with you, saying, you know, that we're doing this really well, and here's an opportunity that we could try something different.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah.
Very good.
What about you, Brittany? What are you most proud of, and where do you wish you would have invested sooner?
Gosh, I think I'm most proud of just all the range over the almost 19 years. The relationships that I've built. I've also gone into each experience with a growth mindset. I know that I'm going to make mistakes, but I am someone that I am going to probably sit on it for a little while, but I'm really going to, okay, I made this mistake. Well, what am I going to do next time? Or how do I teach other people not to make that same mistake, and learning from that? I think earning trust along the way, getting to coach others and see people grow has been the best investment that I've made at Centris. Where I wish I would have started sooner, networking outside my own walls, just being in that branch, the different branch locations, but thinking I was almost on an island, reaching out or connecting with other departments. I wish I would have been better about asking for feedback earlier in my career, and not just listening, but then doing something with it too, but really asking for feedback. And not just waiting for opportunities to open or my manager to kind of nudge me or say, hey, there's an opportunity here, really kind of owning that for myself and saying, I'm interested in this. I'm going to continue to explore this. I think I do that more now than I did earlier in my career. So, yeah.
So good.
I know.
So good.
Every time. Again, I don't know what the next question is going to be because I'm just sitting I'm like staring at her. Like, I can't even imagine what our faces look like.
I know. I don't know if I want anybody going out to YouTube and watching this one, because I literally think I'm just sitting here like,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So, podcast is called A Penny or Two for Your Thoughts. And we love to end the episode where we're literally leaving our listeners with that one little nugget of advice or insight, or just something that you want them to think about and take with them from this podcast. So if it's anything that we talked about today, what's that one thing? Or two. It can be two, because I said penny or two. I don't want to limit you.
No more.
But no more than that, because that's too big of a deposit, and they
Takes too much. Too much.
You're right. Okay.
They'd need to get sign off on that. And it's just too big. I'm just kidding.
Oh, now I'm nervous.
No.
That's okay.
No, I'm kidding. I would say anything you take on, slowly take on more projects, and just document the outcomes, and get feedback. Be open to feedback, and don't hold on to who's giving it to you. Like, it's not them. It's just focus on the feedback itself, not on who's giving it to you.
Very good.
And just, even if it's not something that you thought it was going to be. I think just accept it and just see, okay, where can I improve, and just what can I do when I receive that.
Yeah.
And like talking, like notating everything with your managers, just being very clear about this is what you've done, and owning what you've done too, and like owning anything you've improved and anything you've fixed. I know I don't always like to take credit for things. I'm like, oh, it was a team effort. But like, no, I actually did that. I came up with this organization piece or whatever. So yeah, just owning what you've created, owning your projects, and just taking that feedback and just really owning it, because you earned it, whether it's what you wanted or what you didn't want.
Right.
And so now you know how to, create a new opportunity for a better outcome.
Very good.
Oh, so good.
I think the most valuable thing you can build in your career isn't a title. It's those skills. It's that reputation, the relationships that compound over time. And I think you have to start where you are. Use what you have and deposit what you can. And the best time is truly to start right now. And it's always right now. And so I think if you can both walk away and say, okay, what's something I'm going to do different today, later this week, but where am I most uncomfortable, or what's something new I'm going to try? If you can do that right now and kind of do some self-reflecting and say that, then we did our job, right?
Oh, yeah.
Another wink there for her.
That was a real good one, too. I really think that one's going to stick.
Yeah.
Every time I tried to tell somebody, oh, like this and that, and I tell them what you've told me, I like end up like wanting to wink. I'm like, oh my God.
It just happens.
It just comes with the words.
Yes, like I would do it. And they'd be like, "Are you okay?" That is my wink. I can't wink.
It's part of the career capital. Just comes with it,
Yeah.
So it's just going to start. I can only do
Not
an
open.
I can't. Do not put any of this on video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can that be a clip out, please?
All right. Let's wrap this up before I get a twitch.
Oh my gosh. You both are amazing. I could sit here and talk to you all day.
Ditto.
Learn from both of you. I'm excited to see what the future holds, even for both of you, just in your own careers.
Absolutely.
I love to cheer people on, and if you need a little nudge, I'm kind of good at those little nudges too. So you know who to call.
Okay.
Thank you so much for taking time, just sitting with us, stepping out of your comfort zone. Now you've done this, so you've made just big deposits into your career capital today.
Yes.
And you really gave our listeners a lot to think about and to ponder, just even in their own career capitals, I think. So I really hope people listen to this episode maybe once, twice, a few times, because there's a lot of good nuggets in here. And to our listeners, thank you for just continuing to listen.
For listening.
It's been 4 years, and I just want to applaud anybody that's stuck around with us, listened to us. You can rate, review, and subscribe if you want other people to listen as well. Get those good nuggets, help them build their career capital. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn. And if you just want to chat with somebody like the Brittnys and the Almas of the world, you can join our amazing team at Centris and build your career capital there. We also have an amazing gal that you would talk to. Her name is Haley. We'll just give her a little shout out. And then if you just want to look for some guidance on making a deposit truly for your finances, you can give us a call at 402-334-7000. Check out our website at centrisfcu.org, and we really hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks as always for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, she did jazz hands even.
Love it.
So good.